Hey guys, Paul here with Sous Chef from Impulsive Culinary. Say hi, Cassidy.
Hi.
Welcome to part 3 of the Valentine's Day menu series. Today, you know what we're making, Cassie? Can you read this? Can you see what that says?
Dal Makhani.
That's a tough one. Dal Makhani, lentils in curry in a beautiful curry sauce. So Dal Makhani starts with the same Trinity foundation as almost every Indian dish, right? Garlic, ginger, and onions. But there's a slight change in the spices, and it's those small subtleties that make all of these Indian dishes different enough from one another to make them really worthwhile serving up for a Valentine's Day menu. Here's the ingredients you're going to need. Okay, so start off with 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 medium yellow onions finely chopped, 4 garlic cloves thinly sliced, 2 tablespoons of finely chopped ginger, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of curry powder, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 cup of good white wine, 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened coconut milk, 2 cans of red lentils, strained and rinsed. Now, a can of lentils around here is approximately 19 ounces or 540 milliliters. So act accordingly. Basically, you want just shy of 40 ounces of lentils. 1 tablespoon of fresh coriander finely chopped, 3 tablespoons of sriracha sauce. Now, it's not a very spicy ingredient. It adds just a little kick. If you want to omit it, that's fine. You can always add more if you like to make it really spicy. 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Let's go make some dal makhani. Part 3 of the Indian menu series. Valentine's Day never smelt or tasted so good. So, there's no oven for this one, guys, but you do want to get a big non-stick skillet. You can use a large 12-inch pan. I prefer my wok, not really a wok, non-stick, something that allows me to shovel that all together. So get this over medium heat. While that's heating up, get yourself 2 medium yellow onions. These are kind of large, but that's okay. I like a little extra everything in my dal makhani. And chop these up into a small dice. Okay, when your onions are all chopped up, get a couple of tablespoons of olive oil into the hot skillet and saute them for around 5 minutes. So while you're sauteing your onions, guys, get 4 big cloves of garlic and a good chunk of ginger and start chopping all that up. Here we got some nice thinly sliced garlic cloves and a bunch of chopped up ginger. Smells good. And I've also prepared my 3-spice mixture, the garam masala, the turmeric, and the curry powder. So that's going to go in all together. The onions been sauteing for around, I guess, 5 minutes. I'm going to give them another minute or 2. I don't want them to brown. I got a couple of guys there starting to brown, but as soon as they all get nice and translucent, that's when I want to add in the rest of these guys. All right, so now the onions are getting nice and soft and translucent. I'm going to add my garlic and ginger into the pan. Stir that around and let them saute for another minute or 2 before we add in the spices. How many tablespoons in 156 milliliters?
10.55 tablespoons.
What? Oh, wow, that garlic and ginger is starting to get very, very fragrant. So now's a good time to add in your 3-spice mix. So you may have had something really fragrant before adding the spices, but now when you put in that curry and garam masala, you're definitely cooking Indian now. It changes everything. And what an amazing aroma coming off of that pan. So you want to make sure to mix in all of the spices very thoroughly, okay, so that all of the flavors get infused together, and let that concoction cook for another 2 minutes or so in the pan before you add your tomato paste. Cooking the spices makes a difference. You know, if you just add them for flavor, that's fine, but when you let them saute in the pan for a couple of minutes, there's something different about them, and it really makes the difference. So I highly encourage you, give it the time it needs. Once that's done, add in your 3 tablespoons. Let me tell you about tablespoons of tomato paste. I was misinformed. I thought this was around 4 or 5 tablespoons per can. I use most of the can. It's 10 tablespoons in that can. Apparently, I could be wrong. Siri told me, so it must be true. So 3 generous tablespoons, 4 or 5, it's not going to change the recipe that much. Add that in to your onion mixture. Now, as with the spices, you want to mix this up really well, thoroughly combine the tomato paste into your onion mixture, and let that cook and simmer for another couple of minutes. You want to really smash it in there, guys. Push the tomato paste into the onion mixture with the back of a big sturdy spoon and let that simmer and cook together. Before we deglaze and add the liquids, I want to tell you about coconut milk. This stuff, I love it. Whenever I can find it, it's not always available. It's by So Delicious. It's not an endorsement. I don't get paid by them. But I can tell you, I don't mind telling you that this is one of the best ingredients as far as coconut milk. It's unsweetened coconut beverage, they call it. Okay, that's what it looks like. Fantastic. The texture is wonderful. There's no liquid and fat layer. It's just, you can drink it right out of the carton. Not that I ever do that. And if in the absence of this, what you can do is you can generally find at most health food stores coconut milk. All right, not to be confused with the stuff that has, you know, the cream that rises and all that. This is just coconut milk. Whichever you like. If you only have that coconut cream and such, you can add it as well. It's going to work out the same way. But if you can find it, unsweetened coconut beverage, that's the way to go. Okay, so once your tomato paste has had a chance to cook and get warm throughout the entire mixture, that's when you want to add your 1 cup of white wine, stuff you would drink, and 2/3 of a cup of that unsweetened coconut milk. Oh, this is my favorite part. Mix that together until everything is thoroughly combined. Yummo. All right, so once you've added those liquids into your mixture, you want to bring that to a gentle boil. And you do want to reduce the coconut milk and wine to give it that little bit of extra flavor and also to thicken it up a little bit. While that's happening, leave it on medium heat and let it gently boil. Rinse out and drain your 2 cans of lentils. I do it every time. I use a colander, but the holes are too big for lentils, so you got to get a sieve, a big one like this. Silly man. There we go. 2 cans of red lentils, thoroughly rinsed and drained. Get those into the pan. This is turning into Dal Makhani. So now we got the lentils in there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so delicious. All right, so stir this together really well so it's all nice and combined. Bring it back up to a gentle boil. And once it's there, you can reduce the heat to low just before you add in your last ingredients. Here we go. So while this mixture has come to a boil, I've been chopping up my coriander, getting my sugar, salt, and sriracha ready. So I'm going to bring the heat down to low. Add the herbs. And the last ingredients, a tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then the heat. So you can omit this completely. I like sriracha. It's such a mild heat. It's not too crazy. Pretty much anyone can enjoy it. But if you want to add something a little bit more with some kick, chili flakes are a good idea, or Tabasco sauce. I think that's just raw heat. Anything that you really enjoy with your spicy meals. Me, 3 tablespoons of sriracha. So mix all that together, guys. Cover it up, leave it on low, and let it simmer for 15 minutes. At least 15 minutes. All right, let's just be honest. You all know I did not wait 15 minutes, but close as I could. Look at that. Gorgeous, bubbling away. All those flavors have infused now. The beautiful fresh coriander. I like a good Dal Makhani. That's the stuff right there, guys. A beautiful bowl of homemade Indian Dal Makhani. Irresistible. I just love it when my kitchen smells like Indian food. It's like a vacation, basically, a little culinary vacation. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Part 3, it's not the end, there's one more. Part 4, before the big weekend, to just sort of add the cherry on top of this beautiful Indian menu for Valentine's Day. It's going to be fantastic. So lots of videos happening in the impulsive culinarian world, guys. Next Saturday's part 4 video for the Valentine's Day series. This coming Thursday, it's the next edition of my quick and easy healthy recipe series. Can't wait to show you this one, guys. It's another sort of lunchtime favorite that you can store in the fridge the night before and take to work with you the next day. And don't forget to join me every Wednesday for Wines Day, right here live from the Impulsive Culinarian Kitchen. I can't wait to see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy.